Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video today. My name is Leanne and my plan is to direct sow a ton of seeds today. I'm so excited. It is a little early to be doing this, but I want to test what the seed pouches say for myself. I got a little bit of encouragement from the Roots of Refuge farmer. She said to test the rules, test the boundaries, and that kind of spoke to my skeptical self. I like to test theories all the time and find things out for myself. Hi girls. How you doing this morning? Okay, so it's raining a little bit and it's supposed to rain for the better portion of the day. I will go inside in a minute and I'll show you all the pouches that I plan to plant out today. What I'm gonna be working on direct sowing today is a good mix of leafy vegetables, root vegetables, and herbs. I'm also going to be planting one flower variety, so you gotta stick till at least that portion of the video to figure that out. I'm so excited to share this with you guys, and I hope you enjoy being kept in the loop with all my gardening adventures. So let's go, and I'll show you all of the pouches that I have. Teddy, are you a handsome doggy? Teddy. He's such a handsome pup. Right. Let's just bask in the loveliness that all of these seeds are for a moment. All right, as you can see, I've got a good mix of veggies here that we're gonna be starting, and then a flower that I'm super excited about. We are gonna go ahead and get these in the ground. I am not going to go through these pouches individually to show you guys all of them and name all of them, but you can see what I've got here. It has cleared up a little bit, so I think I am good to go to plant these outside. Guys, this is my brassica bed. Look how much these have grown. Okay, so this one right here is a kohlrabi. That's the biggest one so far. Look at them. I'm so excited. We're gonna be sowing in this bed first. I have a little bit of space on the end here. There's nothing growing right here. So I'm gonna plant some stuff there and this bed will be done. I'm not gonna put a whole lot in here just because of these are gonna get really big and they're gonna need all the space that's left. I think I have enough room for like maybe 1 or 2 kale plants on the end right here. But oh my gosh, I'm gonna link right here in the video, right here in the top corner, I'm going to link the video that I uploaded of me planting these out so you guys can gauge just how much they've grown in like what, a month. So exciting. Pretty cool. Some calendula and kale in this far corner. This kale too. So I've got about, let's see, 2 feet from the plant over to the edge. So I think I've got enough room to plant 2 things and then maybe 1 more in the middle. So I'm gonna do the kale in the middle and then the flowers on the end. This makes me so happy. All right, the scarlet kale is the first thing that I put in this bed. I'm gonna put one of the dinosaur kales here on the end. I'm gonna water this stuff in when I'm done. Even though it was a little rainy today, it's pretty dry under here. First flowers that are going in the garden for 2021. I am awful at opening seeds. Whoa, those are odd looking. Wow, that is so cool. Look at it. They look like little fossils. How cool is that? So neat. Oh my gosh, that is so neat. Okay, I'm gonna put 3 in there. Just in case the germination rate's not that great. I've never used these Lake Valley seeds before, so I don't know. And water it. I want to show you that kohlrabi while we're working in this bed. So they're all doing really well, but this one kind of looks like it's starting to swell already. And that makes me super excited. Here we go. Lift this up. Let me see. This. Look at that. Kind of starting to swell already. Isn't that so cool? I'm gonna grow these cosmic purple carrots in this big black pot right here. I would love to have cute little markers for all of these telling me what everything is. But the likelihood that a 2-year-old that will remain nameless would remove said markers is very likely. So I am going to record this all in the video so I remember, and to keep you guys in the loop too, so you know what's growing where and I know what's growing where. I haven't had any success with carrots so far. I've only ever tried to grow them one other time, and what I didn't do was make sure they were kept well watered. So what a lot of people recommend you do is you cover it with a board or cardboard. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut a circle of cardboard out and just lay it on top of the soil of this pot after I water it though. That's gonna help hold the moisture in, and then you wanna check it and every day until you see them germinate, then you take it out. But you still wanna make sure they stay really well watered. So that's what I'm gonna try my darndest to do this time around. Okay, I've got these 2 little orange pots. I gotta figure out what I wanna plant in these guys. I think I'm gonna go with romaine. I'm gonna plant some extra romaine in here. I'm gonna plant a couple. So the seeds for lettuces are so small. You really barely want to cover them with the soil. I am planting these a little more thickly than you would if you're gonna harvest it for a whole head. I plan on growing these for like cut and come again greens. Put them in smoothies, salads, and other things. The ground's already pretty wet from the dew this morning and from a little bit of rain. I'm just gonna press these in a little bit. All right, let's move on. I think I'm gonna do another dinosaur kale in this one, but I'm only gonna plant 1 dinosaur kale in this pot. What shall we do in these? Let's do some herbs. Herbs. How about some sage? Once these sprout, I'll know the difference between the sage and the lettuce, because the lettuce are growing in the pots that are really similar to these ones. I had a lot of success with sage last year. These 2 and this gray one are the last containers that I have that I think I'm gonna plant stuff in. And then I think on each end of the rest of the raised beds, except the garlic, I'm going to plant calendula seeds, just to sprinkle some brightness in the garden, some flowers throughout the year. I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna plant carrots in this tub. So we already did the cosmic purple carrots. Let's do some of the ones that I got from the giveaway from the old Reading farm. So we're gonna do these Scarlet Nantes carrots. It's like a classic carrot. Parsley, let's do some parsley in these 2. Was not thinking that I would plant anything right here, but now I think I will. I just had this tomato cage right here because I needed something to hold that pipe there until it's settled and kind of uncurled itself. But it is good now, so I don't need this here anymore. And this wood is just here to keep the cardboard from going away. Now, I do not want weeds growing in this open spot, so I'm going to plant some radishes here, and I think some beets too. And then in between the onions, I'm going to put some basil along this row. And I'll put the radish that has the tape. Oh, quite long. Okay, I'm gonna water those in later. Hi. Let me show you guys a close-up of these. I learned this from the Self-Sufficient Me gardener. Beet seeds are actually a cluster of seeds. So they're supposed to grow pretty close together. So what I'm gonna do this time around is I'm gonna just let them all grow together. I'm not gonna thin them out. Okay, the last thing that I'm sowing in the garden right now is my lemon basil. I'm gonna put these in between the onions that are spaced far enough apart to do that. My plan is to plant tomatoes over here too. Okay, keep this video from being super duper long. I am just showing you guys after I planted everything. So I did a row first of the Fairy Morse snap pea, goes up about half of the bed, and then I did the MI Gardener, but I did the MI Gardener in a double row. And then down the middle of the whole thing, I did this variety of radish, which I realized I ripped it off. It was like the sparkler radish, I'm pretty sure it was called. Yeah, let's just go with that. I planted that variety down the middle. I put a calendula in this corner, then 3 feet down another little bit of calendula seeds, and then 3 feet down another little bit of calendula seeds, and that is all that is in here. I'm gonna leave the rest of the room for the herbs that I started under the grow lights. So I kind of planted this like a pie. I used the rest of my beet seeds for this section. I did a circle of dill in the middle because those get really tall. This section of the pie from here down is cilantro. This section of the pie is sage, and I also did another section of sage over there next to the beets, and then I did a couple kales over here. And lastly, I'm going to put calendula in this bed, sort of off center right here. All right, this was a little bit longer of a video than I normally put up, but I needed to make sure I documented in a video where I planted everything, just so that I don't forget. I didn't even bother putting plastic labels up because I know that they're gonna get moved and mixed around. And once everything sprouts, I'll have a better idea of what it is anyway. But for now, it's all in this video. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, you guys. If you need a friend to learn how to garden with, I'm your girl. Happy gardening.